Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. We have a data entry position, although it is temporary, it is only like 6 months long. It is a data entry, so I thought I would share. We have Square that is owned by Block. Block is the parent company that owns like Cash App, Square, all of those like financial services. They are hiring someone to kind of review loan complaints. And then we have two healthcare positions. One is like a payment specialist, payment posting. The other one is an eligibility, checking patients' benefits and eligibility. So we're going to dive all in. Links, timestamps, all additional information that you may need can always be found in the YouTube description box below this video. And I know I sound like a broken record this week, but once again, just signal boosting that I will not be posting any job leads next week, August 11th through the 15th. I am going on vacation, but we'll be back the following week. So first up, we'll just get right into that data entry position. The company is Natera. They have 1,000 reviews from past and current employees, with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.0 out of 5 stars. And again, they are hiring a data entry analyst. This is a 6-month temporary position. It is remote for the United States. Everything that I'm sharing is for the United States only. Now, this one is paying $25 an hour, and they are really looking for somebody to basically do data entry, entering their patient specimen and test information into their lab system or laboratory inventory system, making sure everything is correct and accurate. So you're receiving, reviewing, and entering all this patient data, reviewing to verify that the data is complete, correct, no errors, making sure you didn't make no mistakes when entering it. So basically, you're double checking it, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, compiling, organizing, and analyzing it for reporting purposes. So all this data that's entered into the system will then go on reports. Of course, you are dealing with patients' health information. You are going to have to follow HIPAA guidelines, maintain secure patient organizational data, maintain confidentiality, just keeping all the record keeping processes in place. Now, while they would prefer a degree, it's not required. Only a high school diploma or GED and 2 years of data entry experience is required. Now, they prefer that data entry experience to be in the healthcare field, but that is also not required. So if you don't have any healthcare experience, that's okay, as long as you have like data entry administrative type experience. You have strong typing skills. You can be familiar with different software systems like Google Workspace. You can navigate yourself around a computer, multitask, and of course, you have great analytical and communication skills. Now, of course, next up, we have a Block hiring. Block is the parent company that owns smaller financial companies like Square, the little thing that you put on your phone. Small businesses use it to like be able to swipe cards from your cell phone, or they own Cash App as well. Block has 1,900 reviews from past and current employees with an overall rating of 3.7 out of 5 stars. They are hiring a complaints analyst. This is specifically for their little Square division, Square card reader. Now, one thing I do want to point out is most Block jobs will say remote right under here. This one says Washington, D.C., but if you scroll down, it does say they're seeking a complaints analyst to join their 100% remote team. So this is 100% remote or work from home. But they're really looking for somebody to review customer complaints related to their consumer and business loans. So again, Square is that little card reader that a lot of small businesses use. So these small businesses will have business loans, consumer loans, and sometimes they have complaints. And so you are there to really review, categorize, and investigate these loan complaints. You're going to draft professional responses to go out to the customers, providing that resolution guidance. So this is going to be like written drafts. You're escalating anything up to the legal or regulatory compliance teams as needed. And of course, you're tracking the complaint trends, seeing if there's a lot of people complaining about the same thing. So you're partnering with other internal teams like risk, compliance, and legal teams, but you're basically reviewing these complaints and giving them an answer. Now, they prefer a degree, but not required. They do want somebody who has 1 to 2 years of customer service or complaints handling. They do prefer somebody who's worked in the financial field before, but that is not required either as long as you have customer service experience and you're a great problem solver. You got to have high attention to detail, great problem solving skills, a great communication skills, and of course be able to work in a fast-paced environment. Now, block pays really based on location. I'm sure they put some of your experience into the pay consideration, but they have the United States broken down into zones, and they do have a linked resource that will tell you what state you live in, what zone that is in. But the lowest pay seems to be about $22.74 an hour, with the highest pay being $45.48 an hour. Now, moving into the healthcare jobs, we have Advent Health corporate hiring. Now, Advent Health has 2,200 reviews, past and current employees. They do have an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a payment specialist. This pays anywhere between $19.22 an hour up to $35.75 an hour. And this is a virtual remote work from home. They are looking for somebody to do full time Monday through Friday, though, so no weekends are required. And you're really kind of working on their payment posting, payment receiving team. You're receiving payments from third party lock boxes. So these are going to be like insurance companies, patient payments, all the things go into a lockbox, a mail correspondence, and you are going to receive those and post the payments to the patient claims in the patient accounting system. So what happens is a lot of times bank lock boxes, like banks will send checks and things like that. A lot of times it's like electronic, but if it goes to this lockbox, it gets scanned into like a PDF, scanned into the system. And then in the healthcare world, you have to go through, and those are bulk payments. So like Blue Cross Blue Shield may send like a large, like $25,000 check, and but they tell you like $100 goes to this patient, $300 goes to this patient for this service. And so you have to break those large amounts down and post all of the smaller amounts to the patient payments. You're reviewing those electronic remittances that are coming in from those insurance companies, doing the electronic posting exceptions and variances. So you're really kind of reading these explanation of benefits, transferring the remaining patient responsibility that was not paid by the insurance either to the secondary insurance to be billed out, or of course next party, which would be the patient for their copays, deductibles, things like that. And of course, you will have to be on the phone some if you need to contact the payers if additional information is necessary to address a payment posting issue. Now, they don't require any kind of college degree. They are looking for somebody who is proficient in using software systems like Microsoft Office. You can be a problem solver. You have great communication skills. You have strong like data entry skills because you're entering all this stuff into the system. But they do want somebody, if you don't have direct healthcare experience, at least somebody who is familiar with insurance plans, familiar with reading explanation of benefits, you're familiar with medical terminology, and you kind of understand like claim forms like the 1500 form or the UB04 form. Keep into healthcare jobs. We have Savista also hiring in the healthcare world. They have 137 reviews with an overall rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. They are looking for an eligibility specialist that is remote for the United States. So, as an eligibility specialist, you're going to be advocating for patients, specifically patients who don't have insurance or don't have benefits to cover their services, their medical care that they're getting. You're there to kind of assess their financial assistance, see if you can get them some kind of coverage, some kind of a financial assistance to help cover and pay for their services. So you're screening the patients to assess them for eligibility, providing compassionate guidance on available programs for them, such as like Medicaid, Medicare, disability, or these specific hospital charity care programs. So you are collecting information from them to get them signed up and submitted to see if they qualify for any of these programs. You're there to be basically the go-between between the patient's hospital staff and the government agencies to establish that eligibility to secure funding for their medical services. So you're going to have to multitask, manage multiple patient cases at the same time, and communicate those financial obligations and funding options, of course, to the patient. So this is going to require some kind of like phone work, making outbound phone calls, collecting information, letting them know. It only requires a high school diploma or GED, but they are specifically really wanting someone who is bilingual in both English and Spanish, somebody who has at least 1 year of customer service or customer facing role, somebody who is highly organized, great communication skills, and really can be genuine, caring for those patients, being empathetic with those patients. But pay for this one is anywhere from $21 an hour up to $23 an hour.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.